Hello and welcome to the next tutorial in the series of getting started with the Liveblocks plugin for Bubble. After setting up a presence tracker, which was the previous tutorial, you might want to take things further and show where users are on the page in real time. So not just that they are on your page or app, but where they are. That's where live cursors come in. So first, before we get started with that, you'll want to complete the real-time presence tracker tutorial, which is the previous tutorial. I'll make sure I link that in the description because this tutorial is going to build off of that previous tutorial. So if you haven't checked that out yet, you want to pause here and go check it out. Once that's done, we're gonna copy that page. So here I have the presence tutorial page that I made in the previous tutorial. I'm gonna add a new page. I'm going to call it Live Cursor. And I'm just going to clone it from that previous page. So, boom, we have it cloned. The next step here is we're going to expose HTML elements in Bubble. So for us to be able to track cursor positions on the page, we'll need to expose something called an element ID. We're going to give that element ID to our plugin when we modify our workflows. So go to Settings tab, then we're going to go to the General section. We're going to scroll and we're going to see this piece here that is enable the option to add an ID attribute to HTML elements. Okay, and back in our design, we're going to go to our group. Let's go to the group user. And for that group user, we'll see this new ID attribute here. And we're going to add like a prefix, which we're going to feed to our plugin current cells text, which is going to be the ID. So kind of what's happening here is each user on the page is going to have this unique ID element. That's what our plugin is going to be able to read and then kind of feed back to us like where they are on the page and help us render it that way. And next we're going to go to our workflows. We'll modify the workflows. So we have the workflows we created in our last tutorial. We'll go to this enter live room and then we have this like kind of additional information thing here. So we'll change the enable to yes. And here we have this prefix. So if you wanted to change it, maybe you wanted it to be tracking. You'll also want to make sure that you change it in the group here section, but this should match. And make sure there's like not a space between what the current cells text is. Cool. And we will preview it. We've got our cursor here. We have another cursor. I have this currently open on 2 tabs. That's why you see both. But yeah, I'm using my separate screen, but you can see that, when I'm on the separate screen, we can see where we are on the page. I can see where I'm on the page right here. Boom, boom, boom. And that's kind of how you can operate with live cursors. Do some live cursor action. And that's it for enabling the live cursor portion. Thanks for checking out this tutorial. Can't wait to hear about what you're building. Drop a comment about what you're building. I would love to know more about what you would want to create with this plugin.